All right, perfect. Did
everybody watch the video?
We can watch the video.
Yes.
We need to. Sorry, excuse me. Okay, cool. Can you guys see the ATI thing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Welcome to the module on organizational communication. This
The topic of today's meeting is professional communication. With all the changes that have occurred within this organization, many emotions have surfaced. I understand the confusion and stress everyone has been experiencing during this period of change. As your manager, I am focused on maintaining a positive culture. One way you can maintain that positive culture is to always use professional communication with each other. We're now going to watch a video which shows different types of communication between professionals. I will then ask you to identify the types of communication you saw. You can take notes if you like.
Hello, Dr. Higgins. This is Lucy. I'm the nurse caring for Roger Metzler. He's 3 days post-op removal of a large benign tumor from his abdomen. After completing his afternoon assessment, I've noticed a change in his condition in regard to his breathing. His respiratory rate has increased from 18 breaths per minute to 24 breaths per minute. His lung sounds were clear this morning. However, I noticed a slight crackling in the lower bases this afternoon. His oxygen saturation this morning was 98% on room air and is currently 95% on room air. He's developed a slight non-productive cough. His temperature is 100.8 degrees Fahrenheit. He's denying any sort of discomfort. I would like to obtain an order for a chest x-ray. Okay, thank you, Dr. Higgins. I'll put in an order for an AP and a lateral chest x-ray. What are you doing, Lucy? Oh, just putting in an order for a client. Do you need something? Yes, I need you to cover my clients while I take a break. Oh, Francine, I would if I could, but I can't right now. Why not? Well, I need to get down to Miss Rawlings and help her with her bath, and Mr. Smith, it's been 30 minutes since I gave him his pain medication. I have other things to do. You told me this morning that you would cover for me during my break. I can't believe you won't do it now. I really need you to keep your word. Well, because I told you I would do it, and even though I'm busy, I'll cover for you. Great, thanks.
I can't believe how Francine talked to you today. She's always doing stuff like that. I bet you she told the charge nurse that you didn't even want to cover her shift. Maybe you should talk to the manager before she talks to the charge nurse. That way, when the charge nurse talks to the manager, she'll already know your side of the story.
Jane, I know you're trying to help, but going to the manager doesn't follow the proper chain of command. If I decide to do anything, I'll talk to the charge nurse.
Okay, now the video's over. Let's talk about what we saw.
Okay, so the first question is, what communication channel was Jane suggesting not Lucy?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that last part one more time?
What communication channel was Jane suggesting not Lucy use? So Lucy was the one that was on the phone, and then Jane is her friend that she's like eating lunch with, and then Francine was the one asking for the cover. Oh,
Was Francine the one being mean?
Francine was the mean one.
Yes.
And Jane was the friend, and Lucy was the one that was on the phone and talking to everybody.
So she was suggesting that she goes around, instead of talking directly to the person, going like up around her and trying to talk to like her supervisor.
So that's grapevine communication channel.
Okay.
Is that gossipy?
Skipping lines.
I read that passive aggressive is a little gossipy.
Yeah.
I don't know if she was being gossipy though. I feel like she was being like tiny.
What communication channel? So she was basically not following the proper communication channel, because the proper one would be to go to the charge nurse. Yeah, and she was suggesting to go around that and above that to the manager, so that when the charge nurse went to the manager, She would already know. But instead, she should have been talking to the charge nurse, that the charge nurse could decide by herself like
what to
needed
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what she's doing is just gonna create a bigger problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so do we wanna use what Bianca said about grapevine communication channel?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
What communication technique was Jane using when talking with?
I think that she was I mean, it wasn't like super passive aggressive or aggressive in any way. I think it probably was a little more gossipy than it needed to be. Like it wasn't necessary, didn't have to suggest her to go around and like do the wrong thing. But
Yeah,
I don't know if she necessarily had like bad intentions with it. I think she was just trying to like help her friend out.
I would say it's passive aggressive. She wasn't intentionally trying to
Yeah.
make it a big problem, but at the same time, she was gossiping or like talking about it. I agree with that.
Yeah, I would say passive aggressive.
Yeah,
She also is the one that brought it up when she wasn't even involved.
yeah.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm thinking more so informal because it was not supposed to be happening, and assertive because she did allow her to.
Yeah, I was very assertive.
I feel like she was assertive talking with her, but then the other girl, she was passive when it came to.
Do we have like a definition? Like I have my notes from the chapter, but do we have? Sorry. Do we
Okay,
have
so for
the
if you click
definition
on-
for informal. Do you want to do it off your computer?
Many aspects affect all.
Oh, sorry, guys.
So informal was the day-to-day one.
Okay, passive aggressive communication, indirectly aggressive, but can still be abusive.
So that's why.
Does not overly express aggression. Characteristics include gossiping about others behind their back.
It's im-
Excluding others from groups, sabotaging or resisting change.
The only reason I'm thinking informal is because it
It's
happened
definitely
on a day-to-day
informal. It's not-
interaction. And it's
Yeah.
unplanned, like the time they didn't
Yeah.
plan on it. So it was an informal, which then passive aggressive
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah, agreed.
And then the next question is, what communication channel was Lucy planning to use?
Oh, that's when I was,
Yeah.
I forgot what she said.
continual, but she said if she decides to take action, so it
So,
didn't sound like she
yeah.
planned on taking any action.
Yeah.
If she did, it would be to go to
The chart.
charge.
Okay.
So yeah, I feel like she kind of made it seem like she wasn't gonna do anything about it. So. Oops.
Hold on, baby.
The
And that
next-
would be informal as well, right? Because it's not there, it's unplanned.
Well, if it was with a supervisor, I think it would be formal communication, but it's just asking what the channel would have been.
What did she say? She
Hold on.
was doing again?
Yeah, she was saying that she wasn't, if she were to do something, which like implies,
She's
It's
already
not.
planning to not.
yeah,
But what did she say if she were? What was she gonna
she
do?
would just go straight to the charge nurse.
Okay, so she was.
Continue.
I don't know if you thought I said formal, but I said informal.
No, yeah.
Okay. Because under informal, it says hidden, unplanned, and it's just kind of, it says day-to-day interaction, so unplanned.
Question?
The big one.
Yeah.
What was the difference between the way Lucy communicated with the physician on the phone, with Francine, and with Jane?
I think that Lucy was very formal on the phone and she was like super clear and concise with what she needed to communicate. Yeah,
professional, assertive, and she did the S bar when giving patients information.
And then with Francine, this is passive.
It's just passive.
I think she was very passive to Francine. Like at first she tried to kind of stand up for herself, but then she very easily just like backed down.
Yeah.
Did what
Yeah.
she said, which
Yeah.
I mean Francine was being pretty rude and really trying to guilt her
Yeah.
into it.
And
Like
that's
she
what I
wasn't
said
doing
to
it like logically. She was trying to make her feel bad to do it.
When
Oh,
in the theoretical class, one of the teachers was saying how people are gonna try to do that, like be overly aggressive, and you have to like stick up for yourself.
yeah. But I put it was passive aggressive and it involved like shaming and dismissal, like even though she knew that Lucy was busy with Francine's end, it was aggressive. Involved the
How
shaming.
on
On
there
Lucy's
that she
end, it would
gave
have
up.
been passive.
Yeah, that she immediately gave up, because that's like a big characteristic for the classic communication. She's giving up, letting others know. Okay, and then with Jane,
What did we say? We said it was
Passive.
assertive.
Being passive as well.
But the question's asking what ways Lucy communicated, not the other way around. So
Oh.
we're looking at how Lucy communicated with the people. So how did Lucy communicate with Jane? I feel like she was assertive. in
Yeah.
that form.
I want to see, but I don't think I put it on camera.
So I'm saying Lucy was assertive to Jane by correcting the way she suggested her go about the situation. Cause like she could have just been like assertive, or I mean, passive, in a way that like
The baby.
so.
Yeah,
It wasn't. Probably because she wasn't being into it, but
yeah, exactly.
She was
Probably
more
didn't wanna get
comfortable with
involved.
the conversation she was having.
she wasn't
with
being
Jane.
like attacked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. Okay, is that, what is the, what do you say? I'll pull it. Virtually, effective message in a minute. Discuss possible conversations that have occurred, that could have occurred between these students. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's just those questions. And then it says 5 to 8 sentences and like, okay, which I think
Turn it into that.
yeah.
Wait,
If you scroll down, it's at the very, it's number 5 on instruction.
Yeah, sentences. So I'm gonna turn in the recording and the paragraph on mine. I have everyone's names on it. But do you want me to like share it with you guys so that you have it also?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay, what are your emails? Or will it just be names actually?
Do you want me to, or we could just send our names in the group chat? Because when you put up the names on the email, it just pops up with your email anyways.
Okay, that works.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, that's it.
But it says that we have to discuss the possible conversations that Jane, well, I mean,
Oh.
that Francine could have had. So it could have went better. Look,
It definitely comes
if
from
Francine wasn't so aggressive,
and if Lucy stuck up for herself and like explained more, or
Yeah.
like just like stayed true to like what she originally was talking about.
I feel like too, she shouldn't have told Francine that she was gonna do something, because when you're a nurse, you're never certain what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I feel like she should have told her, if I can, I will.
yeah.
But then at the same time, Francine should have recognized how much work she had.
Yeah.
And
No,
then like
understood.
let me know when it works for you, or I can go ask someone else, you know?
Yeah,
like,
100%. Like ask it to somebody else.
She wasn't the only person that she could have asked to cover her.
She was not negotiating. She was just mad.
Yeah.
And then also, I don't know if it's just asking about that specific conversation, but also instead of going to the charge nurse, she could also try to just talk to Francine,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a one-on-one conversation, be like, this isn't gonna work in the future, like this shouldn't have happened this time, but like it's
Yeah.
just not gonna work in the structure. And, like, the very, but keep
Yeah.
it formal. Totally agree. And assertive.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, now I think we're done.
Okay.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna end the Zoom call in and the recording, and then we're just gonna upload it.
Okay.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.